There's a story in every box score. This channel's about those stories. This is Daily Random NFL. Leading up to the October 20th, 1974 NFL game between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Miami Dolphins, primary storylines focused on the two-time defending Super Bowl champion Dolphins' pursuit of an unprecedented third consecutive title and the looming departure of star players for the upstart World Football League the following season. The 1974 season was set to be the last run for the original Dolphins powerhouse team, as several core players, including star fullback Larry Zonka, running back Jim Kick, and wide receiver Paul Warfield, had secretly signed contracts to join the WFL's Toronto Northmen, later the Memphis Southmen. The next year, Miami entered the game with a 3-2 record, requiring urgency in an era when only 4 teams per conference made the playoffs. The Chiefs were struggling with a 2-3 record, and the season would ultimately be Coach Hank Stram's final one with the team. The Dolphins were known for a potent rushing attack, efficient passing with quarterback Bob Greasy, deep threat Paul Warfield, and the dominant no-name defense. The game itself was a rare daytime home game for Miami, locally blacked out on TV. It was a low-scoring defensive battle, unusual for the high-powered Dolphins offense.
The Chiefs opened up with some early punch in Miami last week as Woody Green, number 27, showed up healthy and fast. The rookie from Arizona State also showed enough moves to give the Kansas City offense the perk it has needed this year. So how many points did the Chiefs roll up? 3. Meanwhile, the Dolphins themselves were unexciting as they unabashedly stayed on the ground and were virtually unscoring, garnering a mere 2 points throughout 3 periods. When Bob Greasy did try the sky route, he was shot down 3 times by the likes of number 20, Mike Sensabaugh. And then there were times when not only couldn't Greasy find a receiver, but he even had trouble finding a place to lay down. Miami's 2 points came on a blocked punt that trickled out of the end zone. It was one of the few good plays pulled off by the Dolphins, who have either lost their greatness or have placed a strict ration on it, because each week they look a little less like the powerful world champions of yesteryear. Finally, they did come up with a big play on a Greasy to number 89 Nat Moore strike that appeared 6-point bound. But alas, Moore had stepped out of bounds, and the score remained at 3-2 until the last 21 seconds when Larry Zonka powered in to eke out a 9-3 Dolphin victory. And if a loss can be a moral victory in some cases, then Miami's victory could be considered a moral loss.
Despite the low score, both teams moved the ball on the ground effectively, with the Dolphins outgaining the Chiefs in total yards. Miami quarterback Bob Greasy had a poor passing performance with 3 interceptions, but the team's strong running game compensated. The most discussed post-game anomaly was at the final score of 9-3, with a 3-2 tally for a long period, mirrored the common scores of the concurrently occurring 1974 World Series between the Oakland A's and the Los Angeles Dodgers. The win improved the Dolphins' record to 4-2, and they went on to finish the regular season 11-3, securing their 4th consecutive AFC East division title. However, their quest for a three-peat ended with a heartbreaking loss to the Oakland Raiders in the AFC Divisional Playoff game. Remember the Sea of Hands play? This marked the definitive end of the original Dolphins dynasty as key players departed for the WFL. The loss dropped the Chiefs to 2-4 in a season that would end with a 5-9 record, their first losing season in 11 years. The outcome led to the dismissal of Hank Stram and symbolized the end of the Chiefs' golden era. like and subscribe.